And Down syndrome today is World Down Syndrome Day. Down syndrome occurs when an individual has a full or partial extra copy of chromosome 21. This additional genetic material alters the course of development. Let's look at small facts about Down syndrome. And Down syndrome occurs when an individual has a full or partial extra copy of chromosome, as we have already said. The estimated incidence of Down syndrome is between 1 in 1,000 to 1 in 1,100 live births worldwide. That is the current estimates that we have now on Down syndrome. And so there are a lot of issues that come about. We have stigmatization, neglect, and all that. We have in the studio a gentleman and a lady to help us talk to this particular issue about World Down Syndrome Day. Good afternoon, lady and gentlemen, and thanks so much for joining us. So I am joined by Mariama Obeng, and she is Deputy Principal in charge of Workshop New Horizons School. And I also have William Isilfi, and he is a student of New Horizons Special School. Good afternoon, and thanks once again for joining us. Let me start with you, William. What does it mean to be a person living with Down syndrome?
It's like, because it's very good, because it's like I enjoy myself well. It's like you see some people around you, because we take our time and talk well, and then sometimes like and people come to you and talk, and it's like
talk to you
about it.
How do people feel about it?
Well, there's this issue about stigmatization. I want to find out if you have had your share of that. You know, people see you and don't want to get close to you because you have such a condition.
Yeah. Do people do that to you?
No.
So go on.
It's like sometimes it's not nice to put your hand with the people around. Sometimes it's not nice. Sometimes it's like respect our teachers, respect our staff, and everything you are doing. Yeah.
Mariama, let me come to you. Let me come to you. We'll get back to him again. You are with the school. You know exactly the students that come in with different forms of condition. The issue about stigmatization. What does it take? You know, is it like for the student that you teach in the school?
Yes, in most cases, sometimes it depends on how the individual is treated.
Okay.
Yes, or how the individual is brought up. So then, like Down syndromes, for instance, it's a lifelong condition, and it has to take early intervention. So usually what we preach to parents and society about stigmatization is that parents should handle their children in a way that the public will accept or society will accept them. And that is exactly what we do at the New Horizons School. We try as much as possible to train them in a way that they will be accepted by society, so that even when they are stigmatized, they will not feel that impact. And then parents also are always advised not to be so ashamed or like feeling disheartened that he or she has a special child, because it takes the parent to accept, take the condition as it is, for you to be able to bring up your child so that people will accept your child. So then when you are faced with stigmatization, you don't feel that impact very much.
William, what are some of the challenges that you go through?
Sometimes I don't make challenge with some my teachers.
You don't do what?
I'm not challenge my teachers.
Okay.
It doesn't challenge the teachers.
Yeah.
And so
Yes, Charlie.
your
if
community.
if I want to come in to help William, you know, like I said, it's a lifelong condition.
Okay.
And so early intervention is very important. And looking at William, for instance, had that opportunity, had that chance. And so the way he is brought up, the way he is trained in a way that he won't go to a place where people will even ridicule him. You see? So he doesn't face that challenge per se. But there are a lot of them who face these challenges because some of them are even ridiculed. They are given names. You know, because of the nature, the way they are, people make fun of them.
Exactly.
Yes, people make fun of them. And society always want to capitalize on their condition to do things that are not right to them, but they also have their rights.
For example, for him, you know, sometimes we say that children or people with such conditions are very creative.
Yeah.
Williams, what creative things are you able to do? You know, I know in the school, I know New Horizon, they teach you a lot.
Oh, yes.
What can you do?
I do baskets, tie-and-dye, kente, and tie-and-dye. Because I help my teacher to like do the.
Which one do you like doing best, or are you able to do very well?
Because now I'm very good.
With what?
With which one?
With
The baskets, the kente.
tie-and-dye, and kente.
Which was the last one that you did?
The last one is tie-and-dye.
Tie-and-dye. You should have brought it to show it to us.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about education for them and looking at the inclusiveness that we have been talking about. Is it very difficult for us to achieve that?
Inclusive is very important and is good if only we are able to do it. Because like I said from the beginning, the way society looks at our children or children with special needs, it's difficult putting them together. It will be very good if we have the resources in schools that children with intellectual disability can be included. For example, you have a normal stream school where you have the resources like teachers who are in special ed, and then activities that will match their condition. Yes, if those things are in place, and then also conscientizing the children that they are going to work with, because sometimes not all of them are so bad. You know, we have them in various degrees.
Stages,
yes, and so some of them understand when they are loved and when they are not loved. For example, if William, for instance, knows I love him, he is always with me. If you don't, he easily sees it, he won't come to you again. And so they have to create a situation where they will be accepted. If they are accepted, and we have these resources that will help them, I think it can work. But without that, it will be very difficult to have the inclusive.
Well, finally, before we go, William, what would you be doing today as part of the celebration?
Let me see. Anything.
You'll be doing everything. Well, okay, thanks so much for joining us in the studio. And I have been speaking with Mariama Obeng, and she is Deputy Principal in charge of Workshop New Horizon School, and also William Isulfi, and he is a student at the New Horizon School. Thanks so much and have a great day.